Welcome back to our Stony Creek journey. Beautiful winter's day here today, so a good time to get out in the garden. Done a fair bit in the garden in the last couple of weeks, and I'll pop up what the bits and pieces I've done. Dug up some sweet potatoes, fixed up the asparagus patch, and I'm just about to get into the veggie garden and plant some onion seedlings that I actually purchased at one of the little markets I went to. I might have said a couple of weeks ago that we had a broody hen. Well, unfortunately, she got off the eggs and was off the eggs for hours and hours. So I don't think they're viable, but I might just go and have a check. Here she is, sweet darling. She's on so many eggs. Technically, hatch day tomorrow. Let's have a look at your eggs, doll. There's so many eggs on there. Look at all them. But because she hopped off them, and I think they got a bit cold, I'm not sure if they're gonna hatch. So if they're not hatched by Monday, sadly, it's not gonna happen. And if she still wants to sit, we'll let her out for, get some, she has access to the coop, it's just they choose to sit. So if she chooses to sit continues once we've removed these eggs, if they don't hatch, then we might put her in a little area where she can have some peace. Hopefully something hatches. We'll let you know.
It is very cold this morning. It was -3 when I came out, and as you can see, we're down in Frosty Hollow, up on the hill on the other side there. It's in sunshine, but we've got a nice frost this morning. Luckily Spelzer hasn't had her calf yet. Wouldn't be nice to come out all wet on a cold morning like this. As you can see, we're fairly low on grass now. We've got good moisture, but there's no warmth to grow grass. And I'm having to feed the cows and the sheep. I give them some loosened hay, which I get off a local farmer who's up in Cooma. So I get a guide to deliver 100 bales at a time. Good morning, Spring Rain. How are you? Old Bossy. She's the bossy cow. How are you, darling? It's cold, isn't it? You got ice on your shoulders. Hey? I didn't want to take my glove off to do a film, but everyone's happy down here, and Spelzer is still intact. We'll see you after, girls. Morning, Panda. How are you? It's simple. Hello, darling. And all the sheep are spreading out. Be another hour or so before the sun gets down to here. We'll see you all after, girls.
It's a frosty morning this morning. We're doing a bit of duck wrangling. We have never caught any of the ducks before, but we've got one of the neighbours that wants a couple of the ducks, which is good because we've got excess ducks. So we thought we'd get the fence so they can't run away, otherwise they'd run away to the dam. And we only want girl ducks, so we've got to get a girl duck. And the boy ducks have really curly tails. We've caught one, and so they're a little bit weary, understandably. And see, I think we've got 2 or 3 boy ducks. Nobody wants boy ducks. They're not quite as fast as chickens. We might have to make our circle a little bit smaller.
I can't move with all my clothes on.
It's very frosty this morning. This is a bit trickier.
I need you in here too, darling. Okay.
I had to assist. Got one. That was tricky. I think
quick.
this is a nice girl.
Yeah. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You're going to a new home.
Going to a new home. That's a little bit stressful, isn't it? And then they're buying 3 chickens as well, so we'll go and catch them. 2 ducks less.
I just carried this 20 kilo bag, no, it's 25 kilo bag, out to the chicken caravan, and it always amazes me that I can actually do that. You might laugh at me, but if I had have said 6 years ago that I would be doing this, I would have laughed at you, because I was actually carrying more than that around on me, on my body every day. So it was really difficult to do shit like that, and these days it's much easier, so I'm very thankful for changing our lifestyle. I carried that bag, I don't know, some 150, nearly 200 metres. And by the time the caravans get to the end of this paddock, it's more like 200 metres for sure. So I've got another bag to cut out to that one. But I only need to do that maybe once every 1.5 weeks. So it's no biggie. Hey girls, and then I enjoy the eggs that you provide us.
It's time to harvest some of these sweet potatoes, because you can see the vines are now, after a few frosts, are all yellow. And this bed here was probably the least productive looking out of them all. That one's got none in it. So I walked past and I started digging, and this is what I've got so far. Actually pretty happy with that. That's a nice size sweet potato, but they're so good as sweet potato fries in the air fryer. So I'm trying to just dig between. I've got a couple of brassicas in here, a collie and a broccoli, so we'll see what else we get. Sweet potatoes are so cool, because this one I just pulled away some of the surface dirt, and it's not too far down, but look at this funny shape it is. How are we going to get this out? It's conjoined. So it's got all these little offshoots. Nice. That's fantastic. Just a nice size. Anything else there? Some little ones. But once the vines start going yellow and it's too cold, we're not going to get anything. So I think that might be the harvest. These vines will go to the pigs, so nothing is lost. First bed. And yes, it's taken 6 months to grow it. And you go, I could have bought them at the shop, but really, it's so nice to be able to grow them yourself. I thought I was done, but there's more. So there's another good size. I'll try. Oh, that's a nice long one. Look how long that is. Add that to the harvest. Fantastic. There's probably quite a few little ones. And if you don't get them all, then next year, or end of this year, little slips will grow, which is a bonus. That one's going to need 2 hands. Fantastic. Oops. How many sweet potatoes slips did I plant in here? I think there was probably about 4 or 5. So each slip is given a couple. The one over in the corner didn't do so well, but these ones are great. And last year I didn't have many orange sweet potatoes, so this year I've got a few more, which are nice. They're all nice. They're just different flavours and different looks. So I'll pick the best one to grow new slips from for this coming season. to keep it going. Winter time here in Australia now, and it's time to tackle the asparagus bed. All the fronds have died off. Any green you can see there are volunteer tomatoes. There's a couple of tomatoes on there I'll pull off, but I'm going to chop all the asparagus down, mulch it, give it some fertiliser so it can rest over winter in readiness for popping up its asparagus ferns this year. And this year will be 3 years that these asparagus have been in, so we should get a really good harvest. So it's pretty messy, pretty overgrown. We'll do the best we can. Nearly finished this bed. It's taken me a while. It's taken me about 3 days because I keep getting waylaid. Just need to fill up the paths with mulch. So I've popped some old sort of hay that we were given on the top. Hunkered the asparagus down for winter, and often we get our first asparagus still in sort of before spring when they shouldn't be coming up, and the frost gets the first ones. So if I've got a bit of mulch there, I can cover them when I know there's going to be a big frost. So I'll get this mulch down. Finally got to finish filling up the paths with some mulch. It's taken me a bit of time, longer than I thought. Then we got a bit of wind, so we've had some leaves drop down. Next job, raspberries. So I'll get onto that. In the next couple of weeks they can sort of die down a little bit more. So that's what's been happening in the garden. Thanks for joining us. We'll end this video here, and until next time, we'll see you back on the farm.